Hey everyone, it's Peek. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video. So today we are going to be talking about the importance of positioning well during fights. And there's no better character to showcase that on than Greninja. So I'm actually going to be just commentating about the game and talking about my positioning. And I'm hoping this kind of gives you guys an idea of what goes on in my mind playing a range character like this and sort of thinking about where am I trying to position myself, how do I need to be located during a team fight and during other just like duo / solo engagements throughout the game. So that is kind of what we're going to be looking at here. Now you can see we have an AFK, so it's just going to be me until this Alolan Vulpix hopefully comes back. I can't even remember if she comes back or not. I'm pretty sure she does though. So I'm just going to be solo laning. Now, unfortunately, I'm not able to contest the middle spawns that spawn here in the middle of the arena because, you know, I'm alone. And I see that there's two Pokemon there, so it's really not smart for me to try and do this. But my positioning here is great, and here's why. Because I'm talking to my teammate at the time and telling him that they just used all their abilities. Now, I wouldn't have been able to know that if I was just sitting on the goal. Now, I did have to take a lot of damage in order for him to get that goal off, but the important thing is that as this Raboot currently is our jungler, it's super important that they get ahead. So them getting that extra goal off super early in the match is incredibly useful for this. So and of course they killed the Charmander as well, so super useful for my lane to, you know, put on the pressure there and put them at a bit of a disadvantage so that I'm able to survive. Since now that the Vulpix is back, I finally have someone to kind of, you know, hopefully even out my lane. You'll see that, you know, in terms of positioning here, probably not the smartest thing to go solo when I see that there's three at the bottom lane. Unfortunately, when that Alolan Vulpix reconnected or whatever, I guess she must have like disconnected at the start of the match. Unfortunately, they didn't come top lane where there was you know, only me up there. So I was unfortunately just left alone in this situation. But that's okay. So we did die there because of honestly an overextension on my part in the middle. But anyway, moving on. You can see that my Cinderace kind of got chunked out there, so I need to play super safe until someone comes up here. I'm really, at this point, like, what's going in my mind is I'm just holding this goal. While they do stuff in the bottom, get the objectives down there, get some kills down there, while they apply pressure on the bottom side of the map, I need to make sure I'm keeping this top side secure and defended so that no more problem goals happen, because you can see they already scored about 50 in that goal of ours. So it's going to be tough for me to hang on to this goal throughout the time of the match. Thankfully, the jungler's here, so we are able to, you know, kind of secure these spawns. And obviously, we're trying to stay out of range, but we do get caught by the bubble. Obviously, Froggedier's third bonus auto attacks, they do apply slow, so that's why he was able to hit both the bubble and all those auto attacks on me. So kind of chunked me out for quite a bit of damage, but thankfully, here's the kind of saving grace of this moment is that I actually got level 7 ahead of them in this lane because of the early gank from the Cinderace to the top lane earlier in the game. I was able, and of course also the fact that I was alone up here, so I got solo experience points. I was able to reach level 7 first, so I definitely have the advantage. Unfortunately, we just saw that the other Greninja just evolved as well. So we definitely want to try to make something happen here. Unfortunately, we do get hit with that Fire Blast. So really, I don't really have much of an option to stay in at that point, especially when they did so much damage. But I do get the communication that from my teammate that they just got level 9, so they're going to use their Unite move. So obviously, we were able to get a few goals there from our Garchomp and Cinderace and get the kill there on Greninja. Super smart for me, honestly, to keep my distance there, which you'll see I didn't do here. But to be fair, we got double Unite moved, so not much you can do with that instance. But it was good at the time for me to keep my distance in that engagement so that they could clean up that enemy goal. Now I do see they're going for Rotom here, so obviously I'm the only one on this side of the map, and I already know that it's going to be impossible for me to defend this because they have the level advantage. You can see 10, 9, and 8. So I'm just going to give this goal. There's no sense in me trying to fight 1v3 here. There's literally no point. Unfortunately, I do get hit by the water shurikens there, so I have to kind of back off. What I was trying to do there was just kind of zone them off of this area, so hopefully they would leave. But it seems that they already did that anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, really no sense in staying there 1v3 against them. It's just, there's no point. I was 100% going to die, and the goal was going to get taken regardless because there were just too many of them for me to stick around. But in terms of the roam, look at the minimap right now. We are in the perfect position to 5-man collapse these two right here. Now, unfortunately, the slow bro burst kind of catches me off guard, and my teammates don't really see this opportunity. You see the Garchomp just went up to the top lane to get some farm instead of participating in the fight, which, you know, that will happen to you in solo queue all the time. And it's just something you gotta work with. Now you see there, like, it wasn't okay for me to stay in that fight. I was 100% going to get hit by either a Charizard range attack or a Greninja water shuriken or just a Cramorant wave ability or surf that would have chunked me out immediately. So I needed to kind of position back, and now unfortunately I had already used my Unite move at the time where, well, I had already decided to use my Unite move at the time where it was basically too late for me to kind of react to Cramorant's Unite move. But that's okay. They did use a lot of stuff there, and thankfully my teammates are pretty healthy right now. So what I'm going to do instead, since there's no way ever that I'm getting there in time at this point, there's no way I'm getting to that fight all the way down in the bottom side of the map at this point to help clean up, and I already know they're doing well from the communication from the person I was queuing with. What I'm going to do instead is come up here where I know that nobody's going to be. Now, I do see them start disappearing off the bottom side of the map, so I am aware that they're probably going to start roaming towards this, but given you'll see that I'm getting all the nice auto attack resets for the cooldown for Water Shuriken, so I can just instantly burst it down, and thankfully right before the Slowbro and the Cramorant appear, and thankfully, oh, I was going to say thankfully I didn't get hit by Cramorant Wave, but you'll see Cramorant's burst damage pretty crazy. It does like 50% of your health, so you got to watch out for that. That's the whole reason I had to back here, is because I got chunked out. There was no way I would be able to push with a Rotom at 20% health. So while it does stink that we basically just lost that Rotom, that it was completely useless, it didn't even reach the goal, we will be able to get something here by scoring some points down here, because we just roamed with so many people and Slowbro was the only person there at the time. We were able to get some nice scores off. You see, I used the item that lets you score faster in order to get my 40 bomb off. So that was super helpful for me. Again, though, I was chunked out, so I kind of had to back here. The rest of my team was pretty healthy. I can see my team is kind of kiting back to our tier 2 goal, so I'm safe to take these buffs for now, but I want to make sure I get to this fight as soon as possible, because I do see that the Cinderace is dying. So we're just going to go down here, and again, we're just, because there's so many of them, unfortunately the Cramorant ult is one of the best zoning tools in the game. It seems that all my other allies don't really see that they're using it. So unfortunately I was not able, a nice 3-man Greninja ult there by me. Unfortunately I was not able to save the rest of them, but thankfully I was able to position myself outside of the Cramorant ult, right? That's so important there. Like, you have to be reactive. You can't just keep going hard. Like, the thing about Cramorant ult especially is, like, it punishes severely the type of person who's gonna just keep going hard. Now, unfortunately, it's pretty sad that our Garchomp there didn't jump to the top goal, but instead lets the Cramorant score 100 in our top goal there when he was on the jump pad. But that's okay. You would have hoped to see the jump pad cancel from the Garchomp onto the Cramorant, but no worries. We should be able to secure this Zapdos, and we do, because we had the numbers advantage here, and we had pretty healthy HP bars on our side, whereas the enemy team was super low and chunked out, so they couldn't really come into that engagement. And of course, something to note here, just a quick thing, like, you'll see that I went straight to the middle, and that's because I knew that my teammates were going to the 2 side goals. So I didn't want to, because I like have an invulnerable dash with double team, I knew that I probably had the best shot of getting in there to the middle goal, even with all the chaos that was happening there, while my teammates were able to take the safer goals to the two sides, the two tier 2s. So at this point, like, we've won the game. The Zapdos really helped, obviously. You'll see by the end of the game that we needed that in order to hang on here. But yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of like stalling them. I see that they're following me. I'm trying to just like take them on a loop around the entire arena. And, you know, we win. So I'm not sure how helpful that was in terms of like positioning exactly, but I think there were a few key moments there, especially with the Cramorant ult, like just being able to say, okay, there's a fight happening, but like there's no way we win this. Like, I can't stay in here, right? I have to get off. And, you know, at that point, you just have to be okay with stepping away and stepping back and waiting for that Cramorant ult to finish, at which point, you know, you can go back in, try and clean up the team fight if you're too low. But if not, you just, in that situation, you do have to just give up the goal and, you know, let bygones be bygones and hope you can win the next team fight. But hope that was helpful for you guys. Just a quick one on positioning and the importance of just like map awareness and that sort of thing in Unite. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment down below with more ideas, more questions that you have regarding the game. Would love to answer it and help you guys out. But until next time, subscribe to the channel if you're new and looking for more Pokemon Unite content. We're putting out a video every day now, so you'll always have something to watch in terms of this game. So I will see you guys in the next one and talk to you later. Peace out.